Hey, what's up, guys? Jarod and Gabby, we are back with another episode of the Kicks and Shit Show. And we're going to lead right off with 90 seconds from Gabby. Ready? Go.
I'm ready. Are you guys ready though? I just gotta make sure everybody's ready first. Sorry, I'm stuttering today a little bit. But I just wanted to say hi, waving like I'm picking my kids up in the carpool lane. Today I'm gonna talk about the greatest debate of our quarantine time, out of ever. Don't worry, I'm not gonna build it up like that. But who is the GOAT? Michael Jordan or LeBron? 90 seconds on the clock. Here we go. All right, so I grew up with Jordan. He's a magical player. You all know how I feel already. For those who don't know already, LeBron's just not my jam. He is a GOAT. I can't knock him on the court. I think he is an amazing player. I've seen him live. I've been very blessed to see him live. There is a light that shines above him. Like the heavens open up and LeBron drives the basket and it is magical. Let me tell you. But there is nothing like seeing Jordan play. It was like the second coming of Christ. Yeah, I said it. Don't at me. Or actually, no, I want you to at me. Call me out. I want to hear your thoughts. But I just think that Michael Jordan paved the way for a whole new generation of basketball that wasn't happening already. Whether it's the fashion, his style of play. He was the first to exude traits of that Mamba mentality where he made his team better and get on his level. It's not to take away from Kobe or to take away from LeBron. They are both GOATs. LeBron is a GOAT. Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Wow.
And I still have 26 seconds left, but I'm going to give that to you because I want to hear your thoughts, Strud.
I don't disagree with your conversation about who the GOAT is. I do, however, think that when we're talking about the greatest players of all time, I think there are three players who can lay claim to that. Michael Jordan, of course, being one. LeBron, of course, being another, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being the third. Like, to me, those are the three players, when you look at their entire careers, what they've accomplished individually as well as winning, they stand above everybody else, in my estimation. But I like where you're going with that. And by the way, people are going to be all up in your mentions on that conversation. So I'm very curious to see what the fans say.
Absolutely. And I think, like, and I'm not calling you old, so before you jump in and say this, I just want to say this is where it comes into play, the generation that you grew up, right? Like, we are both blessed individuals that we are younger than we look younger than we actually are. But I think for you, Kareem, like I didn't grow up as much with him. He was an airplane and I knew about his style of play. Dope basketball player, definitely top 10 for me. But I grew up with Kobe. You know what I mean? Like he took Brandy to prom and I felt like I went with them. Like to me, that's my top three.
Don't be making me that old. It's like I watched Kareem's rookie year. That was like 1969, man. I ain't that old. Like, come on. You wildin'. Okay. I'm going to put 90 seconds on the clock, and I'm going to talk about who do players actually work for. So, there's this era of like players moving from team to team, and a lot of the old heads, people in my generation, and even older, just don't like it. I like guys that stick around with one team and all this yada, yada, yada. Look, none of that ultimately matters because the person whom you actually work for is the person who pays you the most money. Newsflash, for the top players, it's the sneaker companies, right? Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Puma, whomever, especially if you're one of those top guys, like you're a Harden, you're a LeBron, you're a KD, you're a Steph Curry, you're those types of players who make 30, 40, 50 million a year from their sneaker company. Yeah, or the $200 million total lifetime contract. Those are the companies that actually dictate what goes on because they're the ones that pay them, right? Think about LeBron. He's played for the Cavs twice, the Miami Heat, and now the Los Angeles Lakers. But he's only played in Nikes his entire career. Kevin Durant, 3 different franchises, Oklahoma City, Golden State, now in Brooklyn, only been in Nikes. And I think the power of the sneaker company is something really important here that I don't know if the fans really see. And we always talk about this idea of the convergence of sport, sneaker culture, popular culture, right? That's what it is. It is about these shoes and these shoe companies and what the cachet of having your own shoe deal is. And the players all talk about it. Oh man, when I get my signature shoe, they're like, that's what you dream about in addition to that NBA career. And we could thank one Michael Jeffrey Jordan for that because he was the originator. And that's my time.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Perfect timing. Okay. Got to take a note from your page. I agree with you. I think some of those most controversial trades in the NBA, since you mentioned it, are players jumping from Nike to Adidas or from Nike to Under Armour or Kawhi signing with New Balance. Like, I'm shook. I just think that you're 100% right. And I know that dictates their career path and their style. And, I wonder, like, are you going to a certain team because it aligns with the brand? I don't know. What do you think?
I think, look, for many of these guys, right, the winning still has to trump, right? Because no one's going to buy your shoes or think you're anything if you don't win, right? Everyone we've mentioned wins at some level. Yes, James Harden has not won a title yet, but he's won an MVP. He's finished second a few times. He's been to Western Conference Finals. Like when he's in Oklahoma City, he went to an NBA final, right? So it's about, you still have to win in order for all that other stuff to work. But I think what the sneaker brands do is allow these guys to have their own image, and they can craft it outside of, I play for this team or I play for that team. And yeah, there's some people who are all about the I want you to be a traditionalist and whatever, but to me, I don't really care about that. Once you play good ball, that's what excites me, is high level basketball. And if you got some dope kicks, I'm down with that too.
Yeah, but does that convert to sales though? Like for me, just because you're a winner doesn't mean I'm necessarily rocking kicks. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying before, how Jordan is the GOAT. I could rock Jordans with a pair of jeans, but for me, LeBrons are a little bulky. So it's great that he's a winner. And like I said, nothing but respect for his game on the court. And yeah, slide in those DMs and let me know your thoughts about that one, because I could talk to you about it forever. But that doesn't mean I'm going to go to a party rocking a pair of LeBrons or a pair of Kyries. I think the only ones that I wear a little bit lifestyle are the KDs, but it's because I like a low, and he gets a little crafty with some of the colorways and patterns that he uses, like the new ones that just dropped with the chains on them. Those are super fire. A little bit more of that lifestyle nod instead of it just being more of a traditional basketball shoe like a LeBron is.
Absolutely. And I think, look, ultimately, and we're going to wrap here, the shoe only matters, right, aesthetically, if you like how it looks. And for Nike in particular, the Jordans are here. Everybody else is here. And that includes LeBron, Kyrie, KD, everybody, right? The Jordans are just what they are. Those other shoes, and really of those three I just mentioned, the Kyries sell the best of those three. Like if you look at total sales, it's the Kyries. Part of that's a little bit price point, and it's just a better looking shoe for a lot of people for mass appeal. But it's interesting that Nike has struggled sort of getting out of the Jordan shadow in terms of how do we make a shoe for these other people that it'll have mass appeal. And it may never, but time will tell. We'll see what happens as we continue to move forward. But guys, thanks again for tuning in to another Kicks and Shit show with Jarod and Gabby. We'll be back.
Hey.
Talk to you later.